while eliminating tax loopholes and ending corporate welfare, have spurred innovation and productivity and encouraged companies to keep their operations and jobs in the United States of America. The alternate minimum tax is being phased out, with relief provided first to middle-income families. Doubling the size of the child exemption has put more disposable income in the hands of taxpayers, further stimulating growth. Congress has just passed by a single up or down vote a tax reform proposal that offers Americans a choice of continuing to file under the rules of the current complicated and burdensome tax code, or use a new, simpler, fairer, and flatter tax with 2 rates and a generous deduction. Millions of Americans and taxpayers are expected to file under the flat tax and save billions in the cost of preparing their returns. After exercising my veto several times in my first year in office, Congress has not sent me an appropriations bill containing earmarks for the last 3 years. I can't tell you how much I look forward to it. A top-to-bottom review of every federal bureaucracy has yielded great reductions in government spending by identifying programs that serve no important purpose and instigating far-reaching reforms of procurement and operating policies that have for too long extravagantly wasted money for no better purpose than to increase federal payrolls. New free trade agreements have been ratified and led to substantial increases in both exports and imports. The resulting growth and prosperity in countries from South America to Asia to Africa has greatly strengthened America's security and the global progress of our political ideals. U.S. tariffs on agricultural imports have been eliminated, and unneeded farm subsidies are being phased out. The world food crisis has ended, inflation is low, and the quality of life, not only in our country, but in some of the most impoverished countries around the world, is much improved. Americans who, through no fault of their own, lost jobs in the global economy they once believed were theirs for life, are assisted by reformed unemployment insurance and worker retraining programs. Older workers who accept lower-paying jobs while they acquire new skills are provided assistance to make up a good part of the income they have lost. Community colleges and technical schools all over the country have developed worker retraining programs suited to the specific economic opportunities available in their communities, and are helping millions of workers who have lost a job that won't come back find a new one that won't go away. Public education in the United States is much improved thanks to the competition provided by charter and private schools. The increase of quality teachers through incentives like merit pay and terrific programs that attract to the classroom enthusiastic and innovative teachers from many disciplines, like Teach for America and Troops to Teachers, wonderful programs. Educational software and online teaching programs endorsed by qualified nonprofits are much more widely in use, bringing to the smallest classrooms in America some of the greatest math, English, and science teachers in the country. This revolution in teaching methods has especially benefited rural America. Test scores and graduation rates are rising everywhere in the country. Healthcare has become more accessible to more Americans than at any time in history. Reforms of the insurance market, putting the choice of health care into the hands of American families, rather than exclusively with the government or employers. Walk-in clinics as alternatives to emergency room care, paying for outcome in the treatment of disease rather than individual procedures, and competition in the prescription drug market have begun to wring out the runaway inflation once endemic to our healthcare system. More small businesses offer their employees health plans. Schools have greatly improved their emphasis on physical education and nutritional content of meals that are offered in school cafeterias. Obesity rates among the young and the disease they engender are stabilized and beginning to decline. The federal government and states have cooperated in establishing backstop insurance pools that provide coverage to people hard-pressed to find insurance elsewhere because of pre-existing illness. The reduction in the growth of health care costs have begun to relieve some of the pressure on Medicare, encouraging Congress to act in a bipartisan way to extend its solvency for 25 years without increases only for our income seniors. Their success encouraged a group of congressional leaders from both parties to work with my administration to fix Social Security as well, without reducing benefits to those near retirement. The reforms include some form of personal retirement accounts in safe and reliable index funds, such has been available to government employees since their retirement plans were made solvent a quarter century ago. The United States is well on the way to independence from foreign sources of oil, progress that has only begun not only to alleviate the environmental threat posed from climate change, but has greatly improved our security as well. A cap and trade system has been implemented, spurring great innovation in the development of green technologies and alternative energy sources. Clean coal technology has advanced considerably with federal assistance. Construction has begun on 20 new nuclear reactors thanks to improved incentives and a streamlined regulatory process. Scores of judges have been confirmed to the federal and district and appellate courts, including the United States Supreme Court, who understand that they were not sent there to write our laws, but to enforce them and make sure they are consistent with the Constitution of the United States of America. They are judges of exceptional character and quality, who enforce and do not make laws, and who respect the values of the people whose rights, laws, and property